Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Goblings, our wonderful, joyful, whimsical adventure. And if you've watched our previous episodes, you're probably looking around the screen saying it looks a little bit different today. And that's because it does. Scheduling issues are a random event that can affect the story as much as dice rolls. And to Cori and Andy, we say we love you and we are looking forward to playing with you the next chance we get. But we also really wanted to play Goblings today, so we absolutely are going to. And rather than continue on the story of Gronk, Beans, and Snaggletoof, we are instead going to continue following ChooChoo on a side quest. Before we get started, I just want to mention to everybody that the game that we're playing is The Goblings. It is based on a module created by SlowQuest, and that module is currently nominated for an Any Award for Best Family Game. And we super encourage you to go and vote for it if you like what we've been doing here. You know, we vary things, but it's because the Goblings is so open-ended and such a wonderful world, and to be honest, you could play it as a one-shot. We're just really stretching this thing out.
Mm-hmm.
And before I explain how we've stretched it out, let's do a quick shout out to our players today. Who do we have here as ChooChoo?
Oh heck, hi, I'm Pond. Today I am playing ChooChoo the Goblin baby, and I am just a sweet little dumb bead. Here I am, ready to go with my hand stick.
And we don't yet know who this Martha is, but we do recognize the face that's playing her.
Hello, I'm Carly, and I'm playing Martha today. You'll see what that means later.
And I, of course, am Billy Seguire. I am your Goblin Master. And without further ado, let's get into a recap. So, in our last episode, ChooChoo was born alone in the slime pool of Gob Rock. They made friends with Sue Paul, an elderly goblin, and brought Stu to Jeff, a hapless teen jailkeeper. That was also after they knocked over a gigantic pot of eternal stew by pulling the wrong lever and sending Harf careening into the stew pot, but we don't need to talk about that. Eventually, ChooChoo climbed up a tower of assorted prisoners up to the ceiling, where they climbed into a barrel, leaned a little too far to the west, and now a wooden barrel rolls down the west side of Gob Rock. Picking up speed, it rolls along the increasingly vertical stone surface and goes careening off a jutted cliff, flying out towards the forest. Landing in the treetops, we watch as a tree trunk slowly bends north towards the soft earth, before springing back up, sending the barrel back up into the air end over end, barely missing a swarm of bee folk flying over the forest canopy as they make their way home for the evening. The barrel lands with a splash in a low stream, bouncing up and down with the current as several hose-mouthed, scaly creatures pull their heads out of the water and look up at the object. They move towards it, running along the edge of the stream to catch up with the floating object, chasing it, hunting it, when suddenly the barrel is picked up in the beak of a massive four-legged creature, who with a loud "Hurrah!" whips their head around and throws it towards the mountain. The barrel makes a tall arc again and lands in the back of a pedal-powered mail truck, sending loose letters and other debris flying everywhere. Whoa! What was that? I don't know, Bart. These potholes are getting worse every week. Shh. Arnie. The uniformed male gnomes drive up the mountain path, taking the barrel with them until a truly large pothole dislodges it again, and it sits on the side of a road until a particularly angry mountain goat headbutts it over the western edge, where it would have landed softly in a downy straw of a large nest, if not for the talons of a giant eagle, who picks it up and drops it into the depths of a hidden valley, where it falls, and falls, until eventually, from below, we watch it fall through the canopy and become wedged in the crook of a massive, gnarled, but somehow still living tree. ChooChoo.
Ugh.
Make a survival check at disadvantage.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, hold on. Let me.
While I have a drink.
Oh gosh. Survival is it's a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
A 5 is a fairly low number. So ChooChoo actually is going to be a little bit dizzy for the next little part of this adventure. Your speed is going to be halved because you are going to be moving back and forth as you are walking. And you'll also have disadvantage on perception checks.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I don't need to know what's going on around me.
But you may climb out of the barrel if you wish.
Can I just, like, pop my head out of the barrel to see what's going on around me?
Yeah,
first?
sure. Make one of those disadvantaged perception checks for me.
Shit. Okay, hold on. That's another 5.
That's another 5.
Yeah.
You see that you're in a tree.
Okay.
You see that you are sort of in the crook of 2 branches.
Okay.
But the branches are fairly wide and would allow you to sort of scoot across them if needed be.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my hand stick. Make sure I got that. I'm probably gonna put it in my mouth. Oh. And then I'm gonna scoot out of the barrel and scoot across the branches.
So you're scooting up the branches of the tree, and are you? I'm gonna ask you this: are you scooting up a branch or down a branch?
Oh, that's a really good question. Let's see what ChooChoo would rather do. Damn, ChooChoo scooting up the branch.
Okay, so scooting up the branch higher and higher, as Martha, from the window of your treehouse, or if we pull back the camera, we see this massive tree is actually filled with many smaller, little hanging goblin nests, and one of these nests is your home. And from the window of that, you see a little baby goblin scooting their way up into view past your window. Who is Martha, and how would she react?
Martha she's probably about 12 years old, which for a goblin, she's ancient. This is like the oldest woman you've ever seen. She's just looking, she kind of squints out the window and she like kind of fogs it up and wipes it off. And then she turns around, she goes, George, and sees that he's asleep, probably. He's like,
make a perception check.
okay. I swear not all of my characters are Southern. Oh, that is in 16. I was going to say 18, but it's 16.
With a 16, you go to call for George, who you thought was still sleeping in bed. And you can very clearly tell the shape of 2 pillows under the blanket that George has set there to make it look like he's still sleeping.
I just kind of go, oh, damn it. And I just kind of scutter out the door and I just go, hey.
Hello? What?
Hey, stay there. Hold on. Stay there. And I'll just kind of try to scutter up the tree and actually, I would like to position myself below this goblin.
Okay. That's fair. So you can get below. You know the roots of this tree. Root. The roots around this tree. So that you can easily get your way to where you need to be underneath.
Okay. I'll say, hey, okay. I'm gonna catch you, okay?
Oh, okay. You just want me to fall?
I mean, can you climb down? Okay.
ChooChoo immediately trust falls into Martha's arms.
Incredible. My intelligence is 3, okay? This was not a well thought out plan.
Right.
Hey, we're rolling in the same boat.
So, yeah, you're falling. Martha, because this is where you've positioned yourself, make a athletics check, please.
Athletics check. Okay, I'm proficient in that.
That
is a 21.
I feel like this is not the first time that Martha has caught a youngin' climbing up this tree. And you know exactly how to bend your knees as this goblin comes down. And
They like creak as I bend.
yeah, I don't know. You rolled pretty high.
It's true.
For people at home, because Martha is an elderly goblin, they also rolled 2d6 for their stats and are at a character level of essentially 0.2.
It's truly a magical thing.
It's great. We're doing great.
Okay. Well, thank you for that
Yep.
assistance of the tree. Hello, I am ChooChoo.
Oh, bless you. I'm
Sorry.
Martha, and I'll kind of set ChooChoo down.
Okay,
Are you
ChooChoo.
all right? Are you by yourself? Did you come out of the? And I'm looking up. Did you come out of that?
Yeah. I was in the rock, and then I had to go up to the top, and then I climbed up a bunch of people, and I got to the top, and there was a barrel up there, and I was looking at the barrel because I'd never seen a barrel before, and then I leaned, and then it rolled, and then it rolled, and then it rolled, and then it bounced, and then I got kind of wet, and then I felt the, like, on my face. And then I rolled some more, and then there was like these weird crinkly things all over me for a minute, and then it was just last stopped, and then I got out, and now I'm here.
As ChooChoo described this, they describe coming out of the rock, and that means less than nothing to you.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you are not a Greenshine goblin. You're not from Gob Rock. You are a goblin that is native to Old Kell Valley, a forest valley within these mountains. And even as you look at ChooChoo, you notice that you are sort of like very different shades and textures of green. You're a totally different type of goblin than they are.
Cool. You came from a rock.
Yeah, well, first I came from a slime pool, and that was kind of a bummer because I was trying to get out, and everybody kept kicking me in the face, and then I finally got out, and there's nobody there. And then some guy was yelling at me, and he was telling me that I needed to get out of the way, and then some other person was like, go find adventure. So that's what I'm doing, and then somebody said, I don't think I was going to make it, and I started made it into a song. I said that was going to make it, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get a present for the queen. It's gonna be cute and small.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you eat? Did you need something? Come on, baby. Come on. I'm like,
I
you
will
have
say,
any-
of all of our goblins, I think ChooChoo has actually eaten the most because they've had, I think, 2 bowls of stew, essentially.
Yeah. Did you have any floor stew that I could eat? I was just like a blat off the floor.
I can pour some on the floor.
Or I mean, if you have it in a bowl, I'd eat that too. But
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
get you a
floor,
bowl.
so okay.
We'll get you a bowl. It's okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm ChooChoo.
And then I'm gonna stick my hand stick out to your hand to shake it.
I will shake it and I'll say, "Well, I'm Martha.
Martha. You're very nice, Martha. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll start walking back to my little nest.
I don't know if ChooChoo would follow immediately without.
That's fair.
I feel like they would just stand there waiting for stew.
The stew's in. I mean, I can bring it to you if you'd rather me, but it's in.
Oh,
You can come with me and get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What would Martha usually make stew? What sort of things do they eat here in Old Kell Valley?
I feel like being forest, we're more foragers.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right to me.
That would make sense in my head. So like, I feel like salads are big,
Yes.
but like, not stew isn't unheard of,
Mhm.
but It
I
just,
think maybe that would be something that you have more in like the autumn months. Whereas
yeah,
this is still more, it's a springtime. So
yeah.
you would, you might be like looking around the cooking area of your kitchen trying to see if you have any stew ingredients, but well, make a, this is what you use for foraging, make a survival roll. We'll see what you
Survival.
have.
Luck ran out. Well, that's a 12.
A 12, you could make a stew. Like you have like some like hearty vegetables there, but like a salad would be easier, and that would be more what you would make yourself at this time of day.
You ever had a salad?
No.
Okay, so it's like a stew, but it's dry.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start making dry stew.
All right.
Does
I
Martha have a beard?
I feel like it's not necessarily a beard, but there's like a
Good to
little
know.
facial hair action
Okay.
going
Yeah.
on.
just
That's
yeah, scraggly sort of like goatee maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that.
It's a little patchy.
Yeah.
So yeah, just throw together dry stew and I'll just hand it in a bowl over to ChooChoo.
Past ChooChoo's giant like floppy nose. I feel like they kind of like would move it out of the way a little bit for this one because they've
Yeah.
never tried salad before, and then they would just sort of plunge their face into the
Yeah.
bowl and just like
That was about good stew.
So you came from a rock.
I came from a rock. Well, the slime pool, but yeah, the rock. It was a big rock. Came from the top of it.
Okay, so you're on an adventure. What are you trying to? I
I'm-
feel like you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm trying to find a cute small thing for the queen because originally they said I had to bring back something that would make her happy, and I was going to bring back. I didn't know, but I don't know really what anything is. And then they said small things, and so I thought teeth are small. So I was gonna get a bunch of small teeth, but then I found out that she doesn't like gross things, and I didn't realize teeth were gross. So now I'm trying to find something cute and small. I don't know what's cute.
Okay, well, we can look around here if you want to look around here. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
You're so nice.
Oh, no, it's just there's a lot of youngins around here, so I'm pretty used to helping y'all out a little bit. I gotta say though, never met one from a rock, but there's first time for everything.
Where did the other youngins come from?
Where do they come from, Billy?
In Old Kell Valley, instead of a slime pool, there are slime pods. So it's almost like at a different time of year, the tree will bear fruit of goblins.
I love goblin fruit.
And you,
That's so
yeah,
good.
and they'll be not harvested but plucked, so that they can be raised during the winter time. So this is actually a time of year where there are not very many youngins about, and that is another sign to you that this is a goblin that does not necessarily belong here, because
Right.
they're out of season.
Right. Well, we typically come from the tree, but
What's a tree?
okay, so this is gonna be fun. So that you're standing right now, and I'll kind of like gesture around. This is a tree. This
Oh,
is, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't even have a frame of reference. It's a tree.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you
You're
ever
doing
seen
great.
a bear?
I've seen a few. Yeah, there's been a couple from
Yeah.
time to time.
Have you ever seen a cat?
I've seen a bobcat. I don't know if that's the same thing, but
It's smaller than a bear.
Okay.
Hey, audience, I'm so glad that Carly has to answer these questions and that I get to watch. It's such a nice relief.
Oh God.
You
But
cast
okay.
someone who deals with small
See,
children's questions all day.
it's so hard for me not to slip into beans right now and be like, I don't know what that is.
Because Martha does.
Martha does.
Martha
Martha's 12.
knows.
Martha knows
But
everything.
as this goes on, I think ChooChoo probably does ask you like more questions, and
Yeah.
a part of you. I mean, Martha, is there anybody that you think like what would Martha do here? Do you think Martha is someone who is going to try and deal with this situation herself, or do you think she's going to try and pawn it off?
She is 100% going to try to pawn this off.
Okay.
Like, she will help to a certain extent. And now she's like, okay. So she's just started making stuff up to answer ChooChoo's questions. Like, you'll ask something random, I'll make, and I'm just like, yeah, uh-huh. And I just pull something completely untrue. So I'll just be looking for the first kind of responsible person I can find.
All right. Roll me a d8.
Okay.
This ain't quite what this table's for, but we'll figure it out.
Remember which one's a D8? That's an 8.
That's an 8. Oh, this can't be it. It can't be an 8. Roll me a d6. No, not again.
1?
I was so worried we were going to get 6 cats again. Instead, you look as appropriate for this time of year. One of the bee folk is making their way. You're up in the tree, and they are flying off on their way to their hive with a couple of their youngins in tow.
I'll say, hey, Bethany, come here. I gotta ask you something.
And these big folk, live in the same tree and area as the goblins, so they don't communicate just through their own bee language of dance, but have sort of a broken communication with the goblins.
Okay.
Martha?
Hey, honey, I got I got this one here, and I'll just kind of like gesture to
Hello.
ChooChoo. They came from a barrel, but before that from a rock. They're not from here.
Oh,
Greenshine.
so shiny? I'm not shiny.
Across the mountains.
Is that where my rock is?
Does it look like it?
Oh. Am I far away now?
Couple days.
Couple days. Couple
Couple days.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Right.
Well,
So
Spook's pretty good bee.
apparently, look at that. So I would really appreciate it if you could help this little one find their way back home. I would just really, and I'll just like start pushing ChooChoo forward towards the bee folk.
Towards
just,
the
like, backing
window?
up.
Towards the window that the bee folk is just hovering
No,
outside?
not like out of it, but I'm just like backing up a little
Okay.
bit, like,
Oh, bees, Martha. I would love to help you, but I got the little ones of my own here. I can't make a journey like that.
Okay.
ChooChoo will turn to Martha with the biggest little gobbling eyes you've ever done seen. Just this little sad face, and their little hands all tucked up, and they're like,
Um, you said you were gonna help me get a cute thing for the queen, and then I thought that meant you'd help me go home. I don't know how I got here. I don't think the barrel can go back the way that it came.
If you look out the window, you kind of see the barrel like start to like slip and start to fall. Like it hasn't fallen out of the tree, but it could at any moment.
Yeah. I'll just go. Oh, Gob. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's get you. Let's go find you something cute, and then let's start making our way across the mountains.
Okay.
You're not gonna go alone, are you, Martha?
Well, I'd ask George to go with us, but he's currently somewhere. I don't know. So.
That George. And you see this one, like Bethany actually has a little like saucer and cup of honey that. What are we gonna do with him?
I don't know. I don't know. But oh man. Right. So can you give me here and I'll pull out I'll rummage through and get something to draw like a crude map so I know where I'm going.
Absolutely. And specifically because Bethany is a bee folk, they draw sort of a hexagonal grid of of how to get there. They have a lovely little hex map of exactly like how of the region and how to get across it.
Perfect.
Yeah, their honeycomb structure embedded in their mind.
I have a question.
"Is Martha wearing clothes?"
Ooh. Now this is a good question.
I don't know if the forest folk wear
You know what?
forest goblin?
Do you want high or low on this?
High.
All right. I asked you that, and I feel like neither of us feel any strong way about which way this is. So let's just say high is clothes, low is no clothes.
Okay.
Let's make our first nudity roll of the episode. That's a 9, so nudity is of the day.
Love that. ChooChoo was gonna ask for clothes if Martha was wearing clothes, but ChooChoo knows not of what clothing is.
No.
Nope.
None of the goblins have partook of the apple of knowledge.
We don't need that.
Gob forbid it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. We can just. I mean, whenever you're. If. Do you have more food?
Oh yeah. And I'll just start handing over like berries and stuff like that. I feel like you don't really care about presentations, so.
I do not. I
Yep.
ate floor stew.
Okay, tell you what, let's look around here, because it's nighttime, right?
It is nighttime, yes.
Okay. Let's look around here for a little bit and we'll set off in the morning.
Okay.
We don't need to travel this late. All right. And so I will start leading ChooChoo. Let's see if anybody here has anything small and cute.
Okay.
Just in case. Then we'll keep an eye out on the way if not. So
I'm gonna extend my hand stick and prepare for travel.
All right.
I just
Hey, that's smart. You could be seen in a crowd now.
Yeah.
What?
So if you are going to journey out of the tree or out of Martha's pod and go to other parts of the tree, ChooChoo, can you make me a quick roll on a d20 to determine how the other goblins are going to feel about you?
Oh. Do I get advantage because I'm sticky?
Because you're sneaky?
Sticky.
Sticky.
Stinky,
Oh, that
stinky.
feat. What is the wording of that feat?
So for stinky, let me scroll. Natural odor wafts from you at all times. Charisma-related checks concerning other goblins gain advantage, but those made against other creatures have disadvantage. So I
Yeah.
smell real bad to everybody
For
else.
this, I would say then that you have advantage.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 6s.
Ooh. So that means that the goblins of Old Cal Valley are actually going to be somewhat aggressive. They're not going to try and fight you, but, Martha, as you take little ChooChoo out into other parts of the tree, there's a lot of judgmental looks of, like, that ain't from around here. That ain't one of our goblins. I'll tell you that. It's out of season. That's what that is.
And I will just be giving everyone dirty looks that says anything bad about ChooChoo because
Yeah.
Martha has already gotten attached.
No, nobody is saying this to your face, at least not yet. But this is small town vibes,
Oh, yeah.
and
I'm familiar.
Yeah, we all know how those can be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so you know what? Before I say that, Martha, roll me an insight check at advantage
Okay.
because you know this town so well.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, so at a 16, yeah, you pick up the shift in behavior, and you can really tell that the rest of the townsfolk are not going to take kindly to ChooChoo.
Yeah. I'm just staying real close. And anyone that says anything a little too loud, I'm just giving them the stink eye and
Yeah.
not letting ChooChoo see this, but
Good. Are you taking ChooChoo anywhere in particular?
is there
in
like
the tree?
a little like market kind of thing or
Yeah, I could say,
maybe-
it is night, so but goblins are up at all odd hours, so there's definitely a little night market with little stalls and kitschy things as you look around. Why don't you both roll me a D100 and we'll see what you might
Ooh.
find there.
exciting and terrifying? That's cocked.
Ooh. I rolled a 97.
A 97.
I got a 38.
We got good ends of the spectrum.
We did.
97 and a 38. ChooChoo, you're going around like some of these stalls, and just I think your head is definitely below the top of a lot of the stalls. And there is one market there that is selling fishing supplies. And up top, they have all the, like, rods and reels and a lot of, like, different lengths of twine and stuff. But what draws your eye at your level is the worms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sort of this, like, open tray of writhing, wiggling worms. And the shopkeeper is talking to, like, another goblin about fishing, about great catches. They're comparing sizes. Here was this big, I gotta tell ya.
ChooChoo is going to try and eat a worm.
You've been eating a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know if this put you over the top.
Oh
I might just keep this as a gift to myself. Roll me a stealth check first to see if you're caught.
yeah. Let's see. Ooh, I'm proficient in stealth. Hold on. Let me see. Proficiency doesn't matter when you roll a 3.
Yeah, so they're talking about that, and then you do sense this set of eyes on you
Mm-hmm.
as you have, I think, the worms like halfway into your mouth.
Ah. Hello.
And we're gonna pause that scene right there as we look over at Martha, who, although, you know, has been close to ChooChoo because you sense sort of the vibe of the town, you're still shopping at the market. You're still looking for things that might catch the eye. And what you see is actually 38, eh? I'm trying to find any way to make this sound appealing or interesting, but it is a bucket that you find so you find a wooden bucket that, you know, you're looking at it and you're thinking like, okay, this youngin is looking to collect small things. This might actually help them physically carry it as they're going around. And the keeper there is another older woman. Hello, Martha.
Hey.
Hey.
How much for this bucket?
This bucket? Oh, well, you know, this is actually a bit of an artisan bucket. It comes from one of the old gnomish wells in this region. I was pretty happy to get it, but I could let it go to a dear friend for a few gold, I think.
Do I have money?
We have never discussed currency in Goblings before. I think Martha probably does. So
Okay.
whatever currency that we can retcon later. Well, I'll actually ask you. In Old Cal Valley, what do you think they use for currency?
I don't want to be boring and say acorns, but like,
My brain immediately thought acorns as well.
right? Like
Yeah.
acorns or pine cones or something. Like,
Okay, yeah,
Some
so
sort of
they
nut.
are acorns, but they're not just acorns. They are different. They
they're
are
different acorns.
They're different acorns. The acorns grow in. I can't make an acorn tonight. They're bioluminescent.
Okay. Cool.
Bam.
Yeah.
They're
Bam.
slightly bioluminescent at night, and that's why, like, at night this marketplace actually is lit by sort of the exchange of acorns and currency.
Yeah. There we go. World building. It's great.
Yeah.
I am fighting for my life against my own accent to not call them acorns every time I mention them. So, okay. Yeah, and I'll just pull a few. You don't want to know where I pull them from.
No,
I just pull a few out and I just
you perhaps had some sort of satchel or purse
like a
that you had brought
satchel,
with
yeah.
you. Yeah. You certainly
Yeah.
don't have a bucket because that's what you're buying now.
yeah.
But-
So I will get the bucket and I will go, "Hey, ChooChoo, I got us a bucket." And I'll turn around and
Ooh.
see.
Yeah. You turn just as you sort of like see the shit, like, what are you do? Why are you putting that in your mouth? Why are you putting that stuff in your mouth like that? These kind of goblins, they're coming into this town. They're not from around here, and they just start. I can't. Who let you in here? And so, Martha, you said if you saw anyone talking bad to ChooChoo,
Mm-hmm. I just walk up behind ChooChoo and just cross my arms, and I'm just staring this goblin down as they're saying all of this.
they shut up. Roll intimidation. I gotta make you
Okay.
roll. I gotta make you roll, but at advantage because again you're on home turf.
Okay. That is a 16.
A 16, they shut
Why
up.
can't beans roll like this?
Beans can't, because they doesn't have the life experience that
Life
Martha does.
experience.
So yeah, they should. Sorry, Martha.
ChooChoo, honey, I got us a bucket for all your little trinkets that you might collect on the way.
But it's like a small barrel.
It's like a small barrel, it is.
I'm
You
gonna
getting you a
pull.
snack there?
I'm gonna pull one of the worms, like the last worm, out of my mouth, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it back in the tray. And I'm gonna give
Yes.
it a little pat, with my little baby arm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm a stranger and that I came here and just stole all your food. I didn't know what is stealing. I'm not sure. I haven't learned. I was just bored like earlier today.
How? There aren't any pods.
I'm not
They're
from a pod.
they're from a rock.
A rock. Well, a slime pool in a rock.
In a rock.
All right,
Uh,
Martha, because they're with you, but get them
Yep.
out of here. All right.
I
I'm
got it.
sorry. Martha, did I make them bad? I'm sorry.
No, honey, they're grumpy anyways. It's all right.
Okay.
So
You got a bucket.
I got a bucket. Typically here, when we get something from somebody else, we give them something in return. And if you don't do that, that's what they're calling stealing.
Okay, so
So
it's like the goblin words that are like is board,
board, yeah.
our hair and harmony. The words, the goblin words.
Sure. It is just like the goblin words.
Yeah, which I think even if ChooChoo had gotten them right, wouldn't mean anything to you, because this society is so disconnected and has grown in such a different way. I think that's why we're talking about what we're talking about. I think Old Cal Valley has currency and economy in a way that the Greenshine goblins simply do not.
That makes sense.
We're a capitalist society.
Yeah.
Greenshine are communists. That's just how it is. Okay. All right. Well, come on. Let's get you to bed, and we'll get started in the morning. We got us some good stuff. I'll pack us some snacks on the way. I think we're gonna need quite a few. So
Yeah.
yeah. Typically, we
And then-
don't eat the worms, I will say, but
Oh.
whatever.
I didn't know. I felt the rumbly tumblies, and
No.
it was like blah, 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 and I saw the
Yep.
worms, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like something that was in the floor stew." So I
Quite
thought
possibly
maybe it
was.
would taste like that.
And then you're
Okay.
gonna feel a tiny gobbling hand reach up for your hand and just sort of like flap at your hand until
I'll just kind of grab
Yeah.
the teeny tiny little hand. Also, Martha is very, let me pull up my character sheet, make sure I get the right term. Martha is, I didn't write on my character sheet. She is slimy, or slippy is what it's called.
Okay.
So
I love
she,
we- Yeah, we can imagine this
Slippery.
cute little scene of like Martha holding ChooChoo's hand, a little bit of slime like dripping down onto ChooChoo's arm, and as they walk, just like another goblin walking down the street and just flat out banana peeling it, actually
Yeah.
off the branch down to the ground.
And what's going to make it?
and that's just how ChooChoo's gonna walk back to Martha's house.
Yeah. So you get back to the pod, and Martha, George has still not returned.
Good for nothing. Okay, tell you what, we'll get you set up, here, and I'll like push the pillows and stuff off of George's part.
Yeah.
Be like, here, I'll get everything settled. You go on to sleep. I'll get you some good rest. I'll get you up in the morning when it's time to head out.
Um, okay. Do I just. Oh, this is nice.
And then you see ChooChoo sort of like look at you, and they look like they're gonna ask you another question, and then you see their eyes just kind of like cross real quick, and their little eyelids flutter, and then they just immediately like, and then sneeze once, and then fall asleep completely.
I love this.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So Martha, ChooChoo is asleep, and so ChooChoo, when you wake up, you get the effects of a long rest, and you can take away those negatives from being knocked around in a barrel. But Martha, is there anything that you do before you go to bed?
I will write a note for George explaining where I am going. It literally just says, found a kid headed whichever direction.
All right.
Don't forget to water the plants.
I
And
will let
then-
you know you will be heading east out of here.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll say heading east. Don't forget to water the plants.
The
and
plants
then I
being
will-
branches of the tree that have burst through the pod, and that you
Yeah,
just-
and they're like almost dead. Like they're not doing well. And then I will pack us a little lunch to take tomorrow so we can just get up and go. And then I say a lunch for tomorrow. Pack us basically food for the road.
Yeah, bunches of
And then-
berries.
Yeah, and then I'll make a little.
Roll me a d4.
Okay. It was a 1.
You pack enough for one meal.
Cool. Great. Love that. I
what
think
you
this
had.
will be enough. I think it'll be enough. And I'll make a little pallet on the floor and head off to bed.
Okay. You go to bed. You can also have a long rest. Although I don't think you
Cool.
expended anything in this element of
But
gameplay.
I don't want a point of exhaustion. so-
Exactly. So you wake up in the morning to the sounds of bird and bee song amongst the branches of the trees.
ChooChoo is asleep across you on the floor.
I wake up and I'm like, okay. And I'll just very gently just roll you off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flap.
ChooChoo, honey, come on. It's morning now. We gotta get going.
Okay.
You
That's
sleep all
com-
right? You doing? You
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit lonely in the middle of the night because I spent a lot of time in the slime pool with everybody else, and so I never really closed my eyes alone before. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
That's
we'll be all-
okay. I snuggle with you.
yeah. Okay, we should get a move on.
Okay.
I grab our little things. I put the food in the bucket. Just
Cool. No, I like
carry it
that.
easier.
You put the food in the bucket. You ate the worms from before, so we don't need to worry about those. And you're gonna start heading out, and your first part of your trek is going to be within the forest in this valley. So, can you please roll me a d20?
Which one of us?
Let's
Or
say
doesn't matter.
Martha.
Okay. 5.
A 5. So,
Those bad rolls out now.
that's all right. You're walking through the forest, and what might be routine for you to see, but would be very new for ChooChoo, is the ruins of an ancient gnomish structure.
What is that?
And
Oh, that. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, Martha, you would know in this area that this area used to be inhabited by gnomes, and littered about it are a bunch of the ruins of their civilization, essentially. you've never seen a gnome in real life.
Got you. Yeah, that's from the people who used to live here before we did. That's what's left of their city, so
Oh. Are there cute things in there?
well there might be. I feel like it's probably been picked over at this point, but there might be something.
I don't know what's cute. I thought those worms were cute.
So, you're getting a gift for the queen?
Mm-hmm. So that I can be chosen to be stronger.
Okay. Do we have like a similar coming of age kind of thing, or?
I think your goblins are sort of more like you're all raised within that community in the tree. They might have a similar coming of age, but it's not like going out and getting a gift. This is a little bit foreign to you, that a child has just been sent out
Yeah.
without supervision.
Okay. Cool. So you were born yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and they just set you loose?
Yeah. They told me that I needed to go find an adventure.
Well, you're certainly getting one.
It's fun. You're nice. Are all adventures like this fun? And nice?
They can be.
Does Martha
Okay.
get out much anymore?
Not anymore. I feel like she used to definitely be like, any chance she got, she was going somewhere.
Right. But she maybe
But-
hasn't left the homestead in
Yeah,
some time.
she's old.
Okay.
She's not, can't hang like she used to. So
So you move through the sort of like the ruins of a little village, probably where this bucket actually came from. If you look around, you might actually see like the well where the bucket has been taken off of. But roll me another d20 as you move through the forest.
I can't read these dice well. 4.
4. You're still within ruins, so it's a larger village.
Cool.
Less narratively interesting when it's an
Yeah.
adjacent number.
I'll swap dice. Don't worry.
You actually, ChooChoo, you said that you wanted to, find something. Make me an investigation check as you're passing through these ruins.
Okay, investigation is only a -1. Let's see. Ooh, I rolled a 17, so
Whoa.
I got 16.
That's quite good. Roll me a d100.
39.
39. Just as you're walking at a leisurely pace still, not very fast. You're walking over an area that is sort of like a field of grass with trees around you in the forest, but every now and then on the ground you find these little like ceramic tiles. Like this did used to be maybe a tiled floor or a mosaic like long ago, and you're able to just like pick up a small pile of those.
These are cute.
Those are cute. I like those.
Can I put them in the bucket?
Absolutely. I'll take the food out and put it in like my little
Yeah,
sack thing.
that probably makes sense not to mix.
Yeah.
Cute, cute, cute.
At the very bottom of the bucket is one solitary worm who escaped yesterday, who is just sort of like moving out of the way of every tile that comes down, and is like, oh, it was better when it was just filled with berries to eat. And now, ChooChoo, roll me a d20, and let's try and get an encounter.
Please.
How would a 6 do ya? Still in ruins.
It's not a 4 or a 5.
This forest, it appears, is very much
Try again.
that have grown up around these these ruins of gnomish structure. Roll a d20 at advantage, please.
Instead of a 6, it's a 14.
A 14. Martha, make me a perception check.
I was muted. Sorry, that's a 17.
A 17. Ooh, that's very
Yeah.
good. So as you're walking, you're coming across like some sort of like larger ruins. There's like bits of wall here and stuff that you have to sort of like snake your way around. But as you do, you hear this rhythmic footsteps that you recognize in this area. These are giant forest beetles. Sorry.
Bless you.
Forest beetles who are marching through this area. These are a somewhat regular occurrence, and I think Martha probably has a history encountering these forest beetles. And you said you had a 17, right?
Yes.
The 17, you can see, especially maybe you like duck down near one of the walls. There's like 2 rows of 6. There are 12 beetles all marching.
Okay, and I'm assuming they're hostile.
They will become aggressive if disturbed.
Yeah. Okay, ChooChoo. Come here. Let me show you something down here real quick, and I will like
Okay.
pull ChooChoo like behind maybe a tree or like a big rock or something, and be like, okay, so, and I'm just very, very quiet, and I'm just drawing things in the dirt, just trying to distract ChooChoo and
Yep.
keep them from rushing into these beetles. Because I have a feeling if I say, hey, there's some big thing.
That sounds
ChooChoo's
right.
I'm sorry.
And you hear the
No,
sort of like
it's-
rhythmic.
Yeah.
Both roll me stealth checks, please.
Oh, it's a 4.
It's a 7.
4 and a 7. I'm gonna have them roll a perception check.
We're gonna die, Martha.
We're gonna die. Oh,
Well,
no.
here's the thing. I'm just trying to. They have a -2 to perception. And I rolled a 6.
Mm.
So
Oh.
you're 4. It's just on that line. And I think it disturbs enough not to like start becoming aggressive and attack, but you hear that sort of ching chick ching chick ching chick ching, and a little bit of like the rustling of wings of beetle foot.
I did the music stuff.
Martha, before any actions take place, is there anything additional you would like to do?
I would like to put myself between ChooChoo and the beetles.
Okay,
I want to just like pull ChooChoo kind of in.
so
a
out
little
of that
bit.
like drawing position, you're not just playing games now. You're actually like
No, we're like
physically
backing up
protecting
against
with
the
the
rock.
body.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I think at least one of the beetles has broken off, and is sort of like they thought they might have seen something over here, and is going to come over to actively investigate. So roll me stealth again.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's better.
Yeah. It's a 13 for me.
I got an 18, surprisingly.
13 and 18. So you've made it like, I think, Martha, you've made it very clear like this is important that we hide, and like ChooChoo is taking that seriously. They're going to roll their investigation now. It's a 2 on the die.
Thank God.
So
I'm
you
so
you are
scared.
both there holding your breath. And you, as you hear, like, really close to this wall, this flutter wings. And they patrol on away from here.
You did so good, ChooChoo.
What did
That
I?
was
What was that? Was that bear?
that. They're kind of like bears, but they're like if bears were bugs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big rhino beetle. It was rhino beetles, right? You said
I said forest beetles, but they can
Forest beetles.
absolutely no.
Sorry.
They're rhino beetles now because
Okay.
those rule.
I think I'm thinking of Heracross is just what I'm picturing in my brain right now. So, they're just really big beetles, and they're not mean, but they don't like people getting in their way. So we just
Oh.
try to stay out of their way.
You did a good job, Martha.
And then ChooChoo's gonna pat you on the face.
Thank you, honey. You did great too, and I'll pat you on the face very gently.
Thank you.
Now you do have the issue that they are actually headed the way that you needed to go.
Mm.
You could circumvent them, but it would require taking a bit more of a route.
Mm.
And they're on a patrol, which means they'll be turning around. Okay. All right, we're gonna go a little off-road here, if that's all right with you, ChooChoo. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go a little off-road. We will
Off road. Go with
circumvent.
Okay. Make me just a D20 here to determine how difficult this circumvention is going to be.
Okay. Oh boy, it's a 13.
A 13. All right, so it's actually taking you you've gone essentially up like a bit of an embankment, like in the forest, rather than continuing on the path. You've gone like straight off the path just to sort of like skip a level up an embankment, and this is going to be a moderate hike. I'm going to need you both to make me a DC 8 survival check.
Okay. That's a big ask.
You got this.
Oh, I do. So it's a 17 minus 17, 8, 16, 15, 14. 14.
14.
I also got 14.
Okay, so you both, you know,
14
it's
twinsies.
yeah, 14. You're able to do a moderate hike. I think, you know, ChooChoo, you're young and fresh, and this is certainly a better way to travel than a barrel. And Martha, you're getting your legs back after not going out a while. This kind of probably feels good to be out and hiking again.
This is really fun, ChooChoo. I'm really glad that we're getting to do this.
I'm so glad that you're taking me back to find the cute things. Thanks,
Yep.
Martha.
You're welcome.
So yeah, as ChooChoo has sort of like the Beatles Stomp song added to their
Yep.
repertoire of music.
My 2 songs.
Yes.
You're gonna be a great addition to the jazz band, let me tell you.
ChooChoo, as you're looking around, why don't you roll me a D20 at advantage here?
Okay. At advantage. 18.
18. So you're climbing up, and it is you know it's a moderate hike. You need to get your knees up as you're going. You're probably definitely using your hand stick as a walking stick, very much so. You come to the top of that embankment, and there is this large boulder here in the forest. You know, you found those ruins, which were also, like, many of them, like, made in stone with carved runes. But this is a boulder which seems to have the hilt of a sword wedged in it.
Ooh, that's so shiny. Martha, can I touch it?
I don't see why not.
Sorry, ChooChoo got so excited they jumped on my stool. God, it's the curse of ChooChoo's voice. No one wants to hear me actually sneeze.
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
Twice. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're in the clear.
This is what ChooChoo does.
This
This is the
what
curse
ChooChoo
of
does.
ChooChoo. That's all they do is sneeze. ChooChoo's going to immediately climb that boulder and put their grubby little hands all over that.
Make me acrobatics then to climb the boulder.
Oh, yeah. I got this in the bag. 8.
8. It's a very round boulder, and here's the thing with it. I keep bringing it back to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but what you do is you're trying to climb like sort of that underside of the boulder first, and you keep not making the vertical switch to it. So you're kind of like getting up and then like slipping down a little bit.
Okay.
Can I, like, give ChooChoo a boost up?
You want to tower up?
I want to tower up.
I'm going to need you each to make me a D6 roll, please. And with where you're at right now, I believe you need to be within 2 of each other.
Okay. You
This
ready?
isn't great. I'm ready.
We got this. Okay.
I'm
Ready?
ready.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I already rolled mine.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
I got a 2!
You're able to do it! So yeah, the tower is sturdy, and you are able to get ChooChoo up. It's still like this is a boulder, so it's still pretty big. But I will now say, ChooChoo, roll me an acrobatics at advantage because you got boosted.
Oh. That was almost a 1, but instead it's a 12.
Well, I'm gonna hope at advantage it wouldn't be the one that you choose.
Unless it was both wins.
Yeah. So a 12, I think it's not a lovely, like, there's still a lot of up there. But, you know, as Martha sort of rounds around the other side of the boulder to see if they can see you, eventually do see your little head crest the top of the boulder. And maybe just rest for a moment on the top surface.
Martha, it's amazing up here. You should come up here too.
Okay. I'm a little slippery, but I can try.
Oh, you are slippery, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
All right, acrobatics at disadvantage. I will just. You
No,
know what?
that's
fair.
That's the
That's
thing with
defeat.
slippery
Oh,
is
is it?
that you have to roll acrobatics with disadvantage.
Hey, I love players that keep me honest.
Yeah. I get +1 to my AC though, so. Okay. Oh. Ah! Okay. That is a 7.
That is a 7. No. So it is. You are just like coating this rock in more slime here.
Yeah. You know what, baby? I'm gonna just stay down here. It's all right. I'll let you have this one.
Okay.
Just tell me all about it when you get down.
Okay.
Tell me of the vista that you see here, because I did say this is like a boulder at a top of an embankment. You probably are getting a pretty nice view of the forest and ruins. What does it look like?
I feel like it's just this huge swath of land that has, it's just all treetops with like little broken bits of gnomish tower sort of sticking out here and there. the sun is relatively high in the sky. ChooChoo's standing atop this boulder like the tiny king of the world that they are. Uh, and it's just sort of like,
Wow. Wow. It's amazing, Martha.
I'm so glad you're getting to see that, ChooChoo.
I've never seen anything like this.
and then I'm gonna try and pull that sword out of that rock.
Okay. What is the role to be a prophesized king of England? A part of me wants history because this is like is a historic event.
I mean,
But I also know that's not good for ChooChoo.
Do whatever you want. I'll roll whatever you want me to roll. This sword's gonna be way too big for ChooChoo anyway.
I think it is going to be a strength roll, but here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to roll a d20, and that's going to be the DC.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, you roll first, and then I'll let you know whether it works.
8.
Alright, so you want lower than an 8.
Please.
Appropriate for this. I just rolled a nat 20.
God.
So that is how difficult pulling this sword from the stone is gonna be. You don't make.
Can't.
It doesn't budge.
Biscuits.
Well.
Are there any flowers around? Not on the rock, obviously, but like near where ChooChoo can see.
Yeah, I would say probably like some in this forested area. It's protected from the harsh rays of the sun, and I think maybe some like lower like sort of mossy type flowers would grow here.
Okay. Cool. ChooChoo's gonna slide down the slime path that Martha left.
Okay.
And sort of like pat Martha on the knee and then walk over to some flowers and start picking them up.
Okay.
And then once they've gathered an armful of flowers, they're gonna waddle back over to Martha.
Like, I know you couldn't see from the top of the rock, but if you look down, that's kind of what it looks like.
Martha's just like dabbing like her eyes a little bit. She's just like, oh honey, thank you.
Are these cute?
They're very cute. You want to put them in the bucket?
I'll put them in the bucket.
I'll take like one and put it like behind my ear.
Yes.
Oh, you can put it in your face wrap.
Yeah, you put it behind your ear. The worm is going to town making a tiny little flower crown for itself.
I love this worm.
This is this worm's Coachella. But yeah, you're at a higher level of the floor. Actually, I'm gonna say you've probably moved up into an area which is, as you walk, moving from forest to plains.
Ooh.
And so it's more of a wide open space here, at least for now. At least on this part of the map.
Martha?
Yeah, ChooChoo.
I've never seen any of these things. I don't know how I got to where I got without seeing any of this.
Well, you were in a barrel, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was in a barrel.
But you're getting to see it. Yeah, you're getting to see it now, so.
I'm glad I have you with me. Sorry.
No, it's a beautiful moment. I was going to have the camera flash back to the barrel, wedged in the tree, which is finally going to fall onto that goblin that slipped earlier, climbing like back up onto the branch, and it like falls and just like gets him in the open end
Beautiful.
and keeps going down.
Wonderful.
And we'll see if we encounter him later.
Probably.
The barrel with legs.
All right, you're in your planes. Let's see what we see in the planes. Roll me just a 1d20 here.
You could do it, Martha. You're leading the way.
Oh no. 19!
19. Oh, how appropriately this area is hilly and covered in beautiful wildflowers here. So you've gotten those little flowers from in the forest, but these are like big, sort of like large petaled, flowery flowers of different colors and sizes.
ChooChoo is sneezing uncontrollably.
Absolutely. Make me a Constitution saving throw, ChooChoo.
Yeah. That's a 6.
That's a 6. Yeah, you are sneezing to the point where it, like, you see like the wind sweeping the hill, and then ChooChoo's like just like sweeping them in other directions in small pockets. It's just like choo, choo.
It just clicked for me while your name is ChooChoo. I'm sure y'all could see the realization of my face.
did.
I completely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martha, make me a survival check as you go.
Oh. Oh boy. 12.
12. Yeah, 12. You don't see any flowers that would necessarily be harmful, like, and so you find this behavior in ChooChoo a little odd.
ChooChoo, honey, are you all right? I don't
I don't. I don't know. Sometimes I do this with my nose, but usually it's not this much.
Huh. Well, maybe we should get through here pretty quick then, because I don't want to.
Okay.
I'll just kind of keep an eye on ChooChoo.
Okay. Okay. That's a good
I don't
thing to do.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's gonna continue being nice and flowery here with the hills. Roll me another d20 just to sort of get past this one hill and see what is passing here as we're on our exploration.
Sorry. You want me to do it or you do it, Martha?
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I
No.
thought so too.
I just dropped my phone.
Oh.
Go ahead.
That is an 8.
Ooh, an 8 means that amongst these flowers you are going to discover an ancient discovery. Roll me a d8.
That's my favorite dice. 4.
4. So, as you're walking, you're going through the flowers. ChooChoo is sneezing. And so you might not see immediately that you're walking up towards something that isn't necessarily right here. It's not a flower. It's not a natural item. It just seems to be this like large shape. Like just like one shape. It's just draped, shrouded in the middle of the field here. And it's some flowers seem to have like grown up around it. It's been here for a long time. And you're just coming up to it.
Martha, what's that?
I have no idea.
Should we touch it?
We should absolutely touch it.
Yeah, let's go touch it.
This is why you're at my table.
7 wisdom and 3 intelligence.
So
We're touching everything.
you come up to it, and it does seem to be like it's not a creature or an animal. It is just something that has been like shrouded in a blanket, as if like someone put this like large, this large piece of cloth over something and left it here. And life has grown up over it. You can see the cloth is somewhat discolored in spots, damp in others.
Should we move it?
Poke it with your hand stick.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I could lift it. Hold on.
And
There
then
you go.
So
I was doing your voice.
it's perfect. Martha will witness this for the first time. ChooChoo is not super proficient with this hand stick, using it for things. So you watch as ChooChoo spends the next probably 4 minutes positioning their body and the extra long hand stick to get it underneath the blanket thing to try and lift it up. And there's a lot of poking in the process. So
Okay, so you're just trying to lift the blanket with it.
yeah, I mean, like, I poke it with the stick while I'm trying to lift the blanket, but that's the goal. I want to see what's under that blanket.
Okay. I want you to make me an acrobatics here. I know it's a dex skill. No. Sleight of hand. Because this is your hand stick, and that's more fun.
No, that makes more sense. Oh!
I am good with my hand stick. That's an 18.
That's an 18! That's so good!
I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be
So
a 2.
you are able to, like, get it up, and for a second, you're just, like, almost like you've got a little pretend ghost on your hand stick as you have the cloth, but you are able to whip it over, and it just lands on the ground. What you see in front of you is a somewhat preserved, well-built metal wagon with a 10-foot-tall cone-shaped device on top.
Mm-hmm.
It has a switch on it that you avoided touching with your hand stick as you took the blanket off. But what you're looking at is an ancient gnomish device preserved by time. And let's take a quick break before we tell you what you're gonna do with that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody, hope we will be back in, let's say, 15 minutes. And while we are away, go vote for Goblings in the Ennies. It's up for Best Family Game, and I really think it is. So,
It's a joy.
we are going to take a break. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.
And go. Welcome back, everybody. We are rejoining Martha and their little foundling ChooChoo out in the Great Plains of Old Kel Valley. ChooChoo has just used their hand stick to pull the shroud off of a mysterious object, which ended up being a metal wagon with a 10-foot cone-shaped device on top. What would you two like to do about that?
Martha, what is that?
I have no idea.
Make a
There's a-
history check.
Oh boy, that's gonna go well for me. It's 3.
You have no idea.
There's a button.
Hold on. Maybe we shouldn't push that if we don't know what it does.
I'll give you a little more information here, because just saying if there's a button is pretty ominous. It's sort of, when I say it's, but it is a switch. It's in the central position right now, but there are left and right positions. The left position has a crescent moon on it, and the right position has a sun.
Ooh.
I mean, it is daytime, so maybe we set it to the sun.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. There's no way for me to do it to the sun and the moon, so I guess we just have to see what the sun does. Should we be on it?
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we climb on top.
Okay. All right, you both climb on top of the wagon. It does, I say the wagon. It has wheels, and it starts to like move a little bit as you do. Its wheels haven't moved in years, but with a little bit of weight on it, you can feel them kind of creak into life.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's a little unsturdy.
This makes creaky noises.
It does.
I just assume ChooChoo is gonna just keep
Yeah.
making it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to push a button or flip the switch? Pull the lever.
Yeah,
Let's do
ChooChoo
it.
has a history with levers.
Oh no.
So who is going to push the switch, and what position are you putting it to?
Would it be me or would it be you, Martha?
That is up to you.
Ha!
I'll hold on to ChooChoo so that they don't fall over.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the
That's-
switch
that's-
aggressively to the sun.
All right. Yeah, okay. It's like a light switch. It's not like it's aggressively flick that light switch. Where are you both looking when this occurs?
I mean, I'm probably looking at ChooChoo, yeah.
And you're looking at the switch, so you're both looking towards the cone. Can you both please make me Constitution saving throws as a bright light emanates from this cone and it becomes fully illuminated?
Oh boy.
Natural 20.
Nice!
That's so good, Martha. I got a 3.
With a 3, Martha, I think it's because you were sort of looking at ChooChoo, and so ChooChoo was sort of in the way. But not as a human shield.
It's a
but
goblin
just
shield,
as
not a human
yeah,
shield.
exactly. No, well, at least not an intentional one. However, ChooChoo was right there looking at it, and as you flick the switch, this thing comes to life with a bright light, and ChooChoo, you will be temporarily blinded again. I'm so sorry this keeps happening to you.
I can't see.
Oh no,
And
okay.
you just hear
Oh,
this little, it's like this, electric hum coming from it.
I'll like scoop ChooChoo up back into the wagon.
I can't see, Martha. This is.
It's okay.
Do goblins usually lose their sight? Sometimes. This has happened to me 2 times now.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. What is happening with this?
It is just lit. There is this very bright beacon now. It is daytime, but it's so bright that it casts this incredibly bright light where you are, and you
The beacons are
also
lit.
hear and Martha, you look back and you do, like, you see like a platoon of beetles in the area.
Oh, no.
And they see this light.
Okay, I'm frantically trying to flip the switch back. I want to. Okay, this is silly, but it's funny. Instead of flipping it, I want to like be panicking and just flip it all the way to the other side.
All the way to the other side. How do you like are you reaching down and you're just doing it with your hands? Are you like, what is the motion that you do?
Yeah, I just like lean over the side and I just smack it to the other side, basically.
Okay. You do that, and this bright light sort of sinks back, as does all other light in this area. You are in complete darkness. And roll me. Oh, what do I want this to be? I think it has to do with your movement here. Acrobatics.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
I'm slippery. That is a 6. I
That
rolled
is a
2
6.
sixes.
So just because as you're in this, there's been a lot of stuff happening. You both got up here. You flick the switch. You like very frantically like hit that switch.
Mm-hmm.
The lights have gone out. You do feel the sense of motion as you feel this wagon is now rolling.
Martha, are we moving?
I think we're moving. I think we might be moving. Are we getting further or closer to the platoon of beetles?
Do you want high or low?
Low.
Nine.
Oh.
This dice likes a 9 tonight, and so
Really?
you are moving farther away, but they saw this light come and they saw the darkness follow.
Yeah.
So, and you just definitely get the sense that you are moving downhill.
Okay. Okay. Are we going in the direction that we're supposed to be going?
Yeah, you know what? Let's say at least vaguely.
Okay.
You're not going back the way you came.
Okay.
Martha, where are we going? What's happening?
We're moving down a hill. You're not the only one that can't see right now. It's really dark. I made it dark on accident.
Oh. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why I can't see.
Maybe so. Maybe it was just a little early for you.
Martha, I'm gonna actually both of you hear. It doesn't matter that ChooChoo's blinded because you can both only hear right now.
Yeah.
But you do hear sort of the difference now between that, like it's farther, but
Oh no.
the sound of flapping wings now instead of.
Okay. Okay, so remember the big bear bugs, the beetles.
Uh-huh.
They're flying. They can fly.
Okay. Oh.
So just find cover. And I want
Okay.
to try to find cover in this wagon somehow.
Okay, I mean it's. I am not talking about a complex structure here. We're talking.
No, I know.
Imagine if you had a little red wagon with
Yeah.
a cone, with a traffic cone in it. That's
Cool.
sort of the element. So you can both hit the deck.
Yep, we do that. I get in a corner and I am once again trying to protect ChooChoo.
Are you good? Are you in the corner that is near the front or near the back?
Near the back.
Okay, near the back. So it is going to sort of slow your roll
Okay.
as you go, and you can feel that. You can start like it's a little bit downhill here, but it's still like the plains. Like there was probably a little bit of a hit, but then now you're just sort of traveling straight, and going to the back is sort of like slowing it down a little bit, digging the back in as it's traveling.
Okay.
So, your Cresco should be.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Am I hiding?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm
Choo-choo's
listening.
Covering their eyes. That's how they're
Incredible.
hiding.
Roll me a d4. And that is going to determine where this wagon is going to roll. And let's call it out. 1 is going to be it stays in the plains. 2 is that rolls into the forest. 3 is that it goes down a mountainside. 4 is that it just slams into a mountain.
Pond, you want to roll this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take responsibility for what's about to happen.
Was one
Don't make it my fault.
what so plains, forest, down the mountain, stops at a mountain.
Yep. Plains.
So you get you keep on going solid, but you do, the unfortunate part of that is that you are a mass of darkness traveling on these open plains, which is still pretty easy to see.
Yeah,
We
we're
don't
in
have
Beacon.
the blanket over us still.
ChooChoo tossed it aside.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you are just emitting darkness here
That's
in the
fair.
wide
That's
open.
fair. Okay. Do we want to turn? Do you want me to make it light again? I don't.
I don't know. I can't see anything.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over and try to put the switch back to the middle.
As you do that, you reach out your hand
Mm-hmm.
and you feel your wrist grabbed by this sort of chitless hand of a beetle, or else they're going to try to grab
Okay.
you.
I'm slippery.
You are slippery. This is the place it's going to work. They are gonna make an attack roll against you here. Does that mean they roll at disadvantage because you're slippery, or it makes your AC
Okay.
go up?
It just makes my AC go up.
Okay. I understand we could negotiate it because it does give you that benefit.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, no, my AC's 10.
Okay, so you do feel that you are grabbed by this as you as a giant beetle has grabbed onto you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Did I roll for initiative at disadvantage because I'm blinded?
I can't remember if that's I think
okay.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm too honest for my... Wow. I rolled 2 natural ones.
2?
The statistical improbability of that roll. ChooChoo was meant to not see the light of day.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Whew. All right, Martha, what did you get?
An 11.
An 11. So yeah, this beetle gets a 16. Has your hand, but I think they are actually going to use their first action to try and climb up into the wagon. Like go from flying to actually being on the wagon. Which they make. So you do have a beetle on the wagon with you, but that is how they had to begin their combat turn. You do have your hand grabbed still, Martha, but what would you like to do?
Can I try to, like, wiggle out of it? Or really, not even wiggle out of it. I want to, like, jerk my arm out of it.
Yeah, I will let you do that, especially because
Okay.
you're slippery. I really like the idea of you
Okay.
doing that.
And I used to be a barbarian. I was pretty strong back in the day.
Exactly. So this is sort of like you may not have it in your weak elderly heart to rage right now, but you still remember what going into battle mode feels like.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So would that be?
I will let you do that as a bonus action, just to get us into some
Cool.
action here.
Oh, so it's just like free.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna make me roll for it.
Nah,
Cool.
This one I'll be a little nice because I'm sicking a big old beetle on you.
Then in that case, I'm going to, when I kind of jerk my arm back, I want to kind of step back as far as I can. And then I want to just rush him and just try to push him over the edge of this wagon.
Okay, so we're gonna do some opposed athletics then.
Okay. It's a 10.
That's an 18. So
Yeah.
you are. So you get up, you rear back. But like this is imagine Dwayne the Rock Johnson's coming at you, and your grandma tries to rush him. That ain't necessarily gonna work.
Oh no, Gail could probably take him, but I get it. Okay. I'm just gonna be standing there, just like pushing up against him. Then.
Okay, that is cool, and I will have that play into it later. ChooChoo, what would you like to do?
Can I see yet?
It is nobody can see actually because it is totally dark here. It is magical darkness.
Awesome. I love that for all of us. Oh. ChooChoo is going to just whack. I'm assuming that they heard the kerfuffle going on in front of them, so they're just gonna try and whack with their hand stick.
Okay.
You know.
Now I'm gonna give you the same option that I did in your last battle before. You can either whack vertically to one target or go horizontally at advantage to multiple targets.
Yeah, but I don't want to accidentally hit my friend.
I know.
So I was gonna have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
And it's my strength modifier for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
To whack with a stick, unless you're a monk.
No.
No.
Definitely not a monk. Definitely don't hit that.
What did you get?
So I rolled an 8.
An 8.
But it's a 6.
Okay, so yeah, you're not gonna get it, but you're not gonna get anybody else either. You are going to just sort of like whack down, and it goes onto the side of the wagon. It's this beetle's turn again. Martha, you don't see what it's doing, but you feel it push against you as it moves closer into the wagon, towards that cone. And you actually do see, as the darkness dissipates a little bit around its hand as it is sort of reaching out and touching the cone, and that darkness is sort of getting dispelled. The magical effect is getting less, as it is like almost like siphoning something from it here. The beetle is seeming to get a little redder in appearance, like sort of underneath the carapace there's almost like a red aura, and it is now more dim light than darkness. What would you like to do?
I would like to go back to the switch and try to turn it to the middle now.
Okay, you can see in dim light. He's kind of standing between you, but you are slippery, so I can absolutely see you just sliding your way in there. You flick it to the middle, and light. Your eyes might take a little bit to adjust, but it essentially it turns off in the middle, and whatever daylight is regular. is here.
And I'm gonna say to the beetle, hey, look, we ain't causing any problems. We didn't know what this did. It was an accident. You can just move on.
ChooChoo?
Can I see now?
You know what? It's been a couple turns, and I didn't really establish anything of how long it was going to last. So yeah, I think, you know, you were blinded by the light, but it got dark again, so now you're able to kind of shake it off and see. There wasn't anything in your eyes, it was just being flashed with that light.
There's so many colors. There's a beetle!
And then, ChooChoo's gonna try and whack it.
Alright.
That's a 16.
Beats its AC.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Martha. What did we? It was a D4, right? Because ChooChoo's a weak.
It was a D4.
2 points of hand damage.
2 points of hand damage. That's pretty good. Like, if this is a big bug that you are hitting with a stick.
Leave my Martha alone!
The effect is turned off. Very interesting roll. It is going to get down and try to switch it one way or the other again. It essentially wants to turn it back on now. And it turns it to the sun side.
Shit.
So it
Alright.
flashes again. Can actually, all three of you are going to make a Constitution saving throw.
You got this, Martha.
Billy, you're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
It's a 24.
Jesus.
Sorry, 23.
Martha has stared into the sun her entire life. Access light has never been an issue for you. What about ChooChoo?
I rolled a 9.
A 9
blind
comes
again.
so close. But you, unfortunately, it's just been going, you know, your eyes just got used to the light again, and then it flashed again. You're getting kind of assaulted. Your eyes did strengthen after your last adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But not enough.
Not enough. Martha, kiss you again.
Okay, honey, just hang on, just stay where you're at.
Martha, it's because you can see, I'm not even, that was a very, very good roll. And I'm gonna have it sort of add on to a perception check, where you look on it and you do see sort of the rest of the platoon of beetles that is flying this way.
Okay. I want to take, this is a big metal thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to just take like the bucket or something and just start bang. I'd careful not to get anything, like knock anything out, but I just want to start banging it against the metal. Just like, hey, y'all get on.
Okay, yeah. I think that's cool, and it will make sort of a cool, like resonant sound. Make a performance check.
Oh no. It's a 0.
All right, forget what I said. You're banging a bucket on the side of a wagon.
Yep.
What this accomplishes is a little flower crown wearing worm is sort of surfing on a ceramic tile over some flowers and other items in this bucket. It's like a wild rager in there, but
Yeah. Okay.
ChooChoo.
Yeah. Martha, do you think maybe we should just get out of this
Yeah.
wagon?
Yeah, that was my next course of action.
Okay. I think we should probably just jump off, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
You caught me last time when I jumped out of the tree, so I think we should be fine.
I'm not on the ground yet. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
And you can't see.
Yeah.
I think ChooChoo probably already has a leg over the edge of the
Yeah.
wagon.
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
say
I'm waiting for what you want to do.
Yeah. Jump out, Martha!
No, actually, I'm sorry. Let me answer this.
Catch me, Martha!
And then ChooChoo jump out of the wagon. ChooChoo has a death wish.
Apparently.
They're just too dumb to know any better. Billy, you made them this way.
I did. Here's my problem, is that gives me an idea.
Okay, it's gonna hurt, but it'll be fine.
I have a feeling I might know where this is going.
Martha,
Hmm.
you saw that platoon of beetles flying
Yes, I
this
did.
way. And you see ChooChoo jump out, and one of the beetles fly over towards ChooChoo. It is going to try to grab you, ChooChoo.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know I didn't know what flying meant when she said it.
So we're gonna make. You can make a. If you don't want to be grabbed,
Uh-huh.
you can make an athletics or acrobatics
Mhm,
roll opposed. You need to beat a 13.
That's a big ask.
I
But
know.
we're gonna try. We're gonna do an acrobatics. I got +2.
That's
Acrobatics.
not bad. That's not bad.
It's a 12.
So close as this little flailing group of limbs, including one hand stick.
Let me go. Let me go.
Martha, you see this beetle grab ChooChoo and peel up. It is now the beetle on the wagon's turn. And you see again, because it's this light now, what you can see is it is like sort of like it's got its hands on the cone and is like touching its head to it, and you again see this effect like dissipating, and it is getting a little dim here. It doesn't become dim light because it's still the middle of the day, but this artificial light becomes dimmer as it seems to be absorbing something there.
Was that all it did on its turn?
That is what it did on its turn.
Cool. So the one that grabbed ChooChoo, is it close to the wagon?
It's still fairly. It just grabbed ChooChoo, so it's still
Cool.
fairly close to the wagon.
I want to take a running leap and jump on top of this beetle.
All
Or
right.
jump and grab onto it one. I've got the bucket like slung over my arm
No,
like a purse.
I agree. This is going to be like a grapple because
Okay.
you are essentially trying to mount it. Well,
Mhm.
I would also it'll be like a grapple, but I will also allow you to roll animal handling. if you would like.
I would prefer athletics.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just giving you options. That
No,
doesn't
I
mean you have to
appreciate
take
it.
them. And the number that you have to beat here is, and for this, I will just use its strength. It's a little lower here. Fuck though. I really wish I had the power to fudge an at 20 right now.
No.
I gotta try.
You know what? You could get a nat 20. So
I could get a nat 20.
You could get a nat
Okay.
20.
Okay, so I want to point out these were the dice sent to me by Logan. These are my red hair end dice. If these fail, it's Logan's fault.
Yes, we all
Yes.
blame Logan.
Yep.
It's a 19,
Oh!
which ends up being a 21.
It ends up being a 21.
Yes.
I said I was going to use strength, which on this beetle actually is lower. And so their nat 20 is an 18. Martha, with some difficulty and without any guarantee of success, you get on top of this beetle, and I think that you getting onto it causes it to peel off and fly a little bit different as some of the other beetles congregate on this cone. Boy, what's gonna happen next? As you are off flying, you're mounted on a beetle, and it's got ChooChoo in its legs. Yeah, I imagine there's some screaming happening from ChooChoo as it sort of it is rising into the sky.
Yeah, and as soon as I land, I'm like, it's okay, baby, I'm here. It's all right.
Martha, I can't see. I don't know what's happening.
It's okay. You're flying, is what's happening. You're flying.
Okay. This is pokey. Should I hit something with my stick?
No, just hang on just a second. I will get you up here with me.
Okay.
It's not my turn yet, so I don't think there's anything else I can do right now, but
I'm gonna hold an action.
Well, right now the beetle that you were fighting is on the wagon. So
yeah.
you're working with this beetle right now. Like, it's not on your side, but
Right.
I think
Okay.
well, let's just take turns and see what happens.
Cool.
I know that's the definition of initiative, but I'm apologize. I'm amazed at what's happening right now. What would anybody like to do?
Okay. ChooChoo, is it your turn, or do you want me to go ahead?
ChooChoo, you told ChooChoo to just stay where they're at. So
Okay.
ChooChoo's just kind of like frozen in the inability to see what is around them.
Yeah. I want to like reach down as best I can and try to like grab ChooChoo.
Okay.
Martha, you're slippery.
You
I know,
are
I know,
slippery. You're
I
the
know.
worst. Here's the thing. You're slippery, but I think ChooChoo is working with you. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would say at the very least, ChooChoo's gonna give you the help action on this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, and like ChooChoo knows what Martha feels like versus the beetle at this point because they've been holding hands the entire walk.
Yeah.
Whether or not Martha wanted to. So, like, as soon as they feel Martha, they're gonna try and like grip onto familiarity. So I would be helping. You
Yeah.
get advantage.
But in order to like, you're trying to like rip ChooChoo out of these talons and and flip them onto the top of the beetle, right?
Right now, I'm just trying to grab a hold of ChooChoo.
Okay.
That's a fair. ChooChoo's just waiting patiently to try and grab onto Martha at some point.
I still think
Basically, I'm gonna try to make this beetle let go, but I want to have a hand on ChooChoo first.
Okay. Okay, I think I gotta say, roll me a straight, not disadvantage, a straight acrobatics for that.
Okay. It's a 10. Nope. It's a 9.
A 9, you just don't have them right now. There's a lot of legs that are like in the mix right now, and there are also wings that you're competing against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This beetle like has ChooChoo, so this ChooChoo's not fallen, but
Right.
Yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and I want to try and sneeze straight up above me, and I want to use my sneeze ability. My snotty ability, I should say. You produce an excessive amount of snot twice per day as an action. You can sneeze, covering an adjacent 5-foot square in snot. Creatures passing through snotty space must make a DC 9 dexterity save or fall prone. You can do with that as you will, given that we're in the sky.
Yeah.
But ChooChoo, I think, is a little stressed.
I think so. I think, this beetle has flown you up into the sky, and you're only getting higher right now. And ChooChoo, you sneeze into this beetle's face, and it needs to make a DC 9 dexterity.
Yeah.
It's got good dexterity. That's a 15.
Damn. Well, now it's covered in my boogers.
You still are able to sneeze, but it doesn't seem to affect it. There's like almost like little mandible wipers that are.
Mr. Beetle, I know you probably can't understand what I'm saying, but I just want you to know that today is only the second day I've ever been alive. And I'd appreciate it if you could put me and my friend Martha back down on the ground, and you could have whatever you wanted out of that wagon. I have a worm in a bucket down there.
To be clear, Martha has the worm in the bucket.
I got the worm in the bucket. Don't worry.
We have not abandoned that worm.
We are keeping this worm.
That worm is gonna be ChooChoo's warlock patron.
With your charisma, but
That's true. I'm gonna be a rogue. But yeah, so that'll be ChooChoo's whole action. Is first they sneeze real big,
yeah,
and then they ever so kindly ask Mr. Beetle to put them down.
Martha, what's up?
I'm trying to lean forward on the beetle and like towards its head and kind of drive it down a little bit if I can.
Okay, I think I'm gonna need you to try an animal handling here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a 4.
No.
This wouldn't be a vehicle proficiency.
Oh!
I don't have that.
Do you have
but-
anything? No, I didn't think
No.
you did.
I just like it as a concept.
But, no, this beetle keeps on flying. You are off track right now. And I think as you're flying, you see up ahead the beetle mound. As this thing has, in distress here, sort of decided to fly away home.
Is it ChooChoo's turn?
Yeah, let me see what ChooChoo wants to do.
ChooChoo, realizing that this knot didn't work. They're being held, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not holding on. Cool. They're gonna take their telescopic stick. And they're gonna just start whacking backwards and up to try and get this beetle in the face with their hand stick. It is 5 feet long.
Yep, nope, we established that last time. So you got reach.
ChooChoo, tiny arms. Hand stick, long. So I'm just gonna try and hit it in the face because it didn't listen to my polite request.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Huck. I don't hit it, Billy. It's not a natural one, but I don't hit it. Okay.
It's slow. It's a neighbor. It's an adjacent neighbor to the natural one.
It's pretty damn close.
Okay, it's in the same zip code.
It's a 3, Billy. It's a 3.
We like hearing numbers.
I hate my dice. I can't do anything.
I'm gonna say, Martha.
No.
You may try one more thing, and if this doesn't work, y'all are going to the beetle homeland.
Okay. I am going to I want to just same thing I did with the bucket before. I just want to bonk it on the head with the bucket.
Okay.
So, I don't think my bite would do much against a carapace, so
let's say this'll be like a strength-based attack roll.
okay.
An
Would I be
improvised
proficient?
weapon.
Would I be proficient with a bucket?
With a bucket? Did Martha use a bucket in combat all her life?
That's an improvised weapon.
I mean,
actually,
probably
you know
not
what? Have I let the goblins be proficient in improvised weapons before?
I don't
Did
know
I?
because I have a dagger.
You
As
do.
Beans.
Beans does have a dagger, but Martha's got a bucket. Oh, I'll let you be proficient. Let's see what you roll.
Give us a
Thank
+2,
you.
Billy.
That's a 13.
The AC of a ruby forest beetle is 14.
Ah!
Martha and ChooChoo, we watch as this beetle, like somewhat like covered in snot and being hit with a bucket, so rocking back and forth a little on the wrong weight, flies towards the beetle mound. And that's where we'll pick up the next episode.
Ah!
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We have ostensibly been playing the Goblings today by Slow Quest, but I will say a huge chunk of what we are doing for this side adventure is based on Old Kel Valley, also created by Slow Quest and is available on their Patreon. I've been a patron of theirs for years, and I love the wealth of material that I now have to play with from them. So absolutely love it. The character creation and several of the items that we found were from the Goblings. If you're interested, please go check it out. If you love the adventure like I do, please vote for the Goblings and the Ennies. We're playing someone else's adventure here, so I have to shout it out at any opportunity I get. I am going to take a little break from talking and allow my players to shout out to you where else you can find them on the internet. Carly, aka Martha, why don't we start with you?
Hello, I'm Carly. I was Martha tonight. Normally I am Beans on here, but you can find me at Curlybug, CRLYBUG on everything, and you can also find me on Tuesday nights on Madbird streams playing Tuna, the Tiefling Cleric, my beloved.
And it's such a good name. And Pond, where can people find you?
Well, howdy doody. I'm Pond. You can find me right now here every other Wednesday playing Goblings and
ChooChoo.
and you can find me for the next 2 Sundays over on Girls Run These Worlds, where I am playing Gertrude Lanson, the elderly Sasquatch hunter who's here to find out what happened to these missing kids. We're playing in the Liminal Horror TTRPG, which is just a true joy. And then starting, I believe towards the end of August, you will find me back on Feywild and Out, where we're doing a new campaign that I can't talk about yet, but we're really excited. You can also find me at Gen Con this year, so if you're gonna be at Gen Con, come say hi to me at the Medipius booth.
And I am Billy Seguire. I've been your Goblin Master tonight. This is the main place that you find me online nowadays, but I've done other streams on the Initiative Order that you can go and check out. I would also encourage you to go check out the book that I wrote, The Black Archive number 54, Dalek, which seems further and further as I become a silly TTRPG guy. I am an academic media criticism person. And before we spawn off, I want to thank the sponsors of this channel very much. First off, Session Zero Clothing, creators of awesome TTRPG-inspired streetwear. If you want to wear what you play, use code ORDER at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We'll, of course, have another fantastic clothing designer that helps us help you, and that is the fantastic Arclight Court. You can use code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Norse Foundry, creators of artisan stone and metal dice. If you use code TIO15, you'll get 15% off your purchase with them. And our friends at Mythrol Armory let you use code INITIATIVE for 10% off of your purchase. And finally, Umbral Oculus Dice. If you use code INITIATIVE with them, you'll get 10% off a full set of dice. Absolutely worth it. I have had so much fun with my friends here tonight. We will be back in 2 weeks to figure out what happens in the Beetle Mound. Did I think that's where we were going? Absolutely not. I'm excited to see what's there, what sort of friends we meet. But until then, laugh with your friends. It's the best thing in the world. Bye-bye.
Bye.